Okay, mental toughness. It essentially creates a prophecy. If you believe you can't do something, then you won't. If you believe you can do something, then you will. It's kind of that simple. The difficult thing about mental toughness is achieving it when you don't have it, or growing it when you only have a little. There's not necessarily a known or a readily known process to doing it. Cognitive behavioral therapy teaches I don't know what to call it, a drill, if you will, like a daily practice or skills drill, similar to like a pull-up progression, right? You can't do a pull-up. You don't have positive self-talk. So what do you do about the pull-up? Well, you work on it progressively. You do negatives and holds, and you work on them in short time bursts, and you do it daily or every other day or whatever your coaches prescribe, but you do it frequently. And eventually you're holding for longer periods of time, and eventually you get a strict, and eventually you get multiple stricts. Same theory applies to developing mental toughness. You take your thought at least once a day, one negative one a day, and sometimes the thought will show up as a feeling, but so you just have to pay attention. Today, I'm going to listen to my inner self-talk. I'm going to listen to my automatic thoughts that are firing off in my head. Maybe it's right before you go to the gym. Maybe it's right when you look at the whiteboard. Maybe it's when you're driving in your car thinking about the WOD that you're going to do that night or the competition you're going to be in the next morning. Whenever it is, stop yourself, make note of the thought, make note of the feeling. Write it down, not while you're driving, like whenever you get to wherever you're going. Write it down. So, for example, the thought is, I am not good enough. I'm not going to be able to lift the weight prescribed for thrusters. I'm gonna fail at that. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're saying to yourself in your head, right? Here's the drill. It's real super fancy. Now, you just write the opposite. You literally say, I'm super confident. I'm ready to lift whatever weight they tell me I need to lift, and I can't wait to throw it up. Whatever the opposite is. I know it sounds crazy. So you've got the negative, you write the polar opposite, you read it back to yourself, and maybe you say it a couple of times. That's it. The key is doing it frequently enough that you actually start to change your core beliefs. So, just as a recap, developing mental toughness has to do with daily progressive practice. Changing your thoughts, the negative ones that pop up, capturing them, making sure they don't overwhelm you, writing them down, getting them out, changing them to a positive, reciting it, and moving on to the next. Eventually, the negatives diminish and the positives prevail, and before too long, your core beliefs are that you can and that you will. That's it. Mental toughness.